Genesis chapter 9, the New World Order. God blessed Noah and his sons, and he said to them, "Be fruitful, multiply, and fill the earth. Fear and dread of you will be in all the animals of the earth, and in all the birds of the air, upon everything that creeps on the ground, and on all the fish of the sea. They are given to you. Everything that moves and lives shall be food for you, as I gave you the green plants. I have now given you everything. Only flesh with its lifeblood still in it you shall not eat. I will also demand a reckoning for your lifeblood. I will demand it from every animal and from man too. I will demand a reckoning for the life of his fellow man. He who sheds the blood of man shall have his blood shed by man. For in the image of God has God made man. As for you, be fruitful and increase. Multiply on the earth and be masters of it." God spoke to Noah and his sons, "See, I am making a covenant with you and with your descendants after you, also with every living creature with you, birds, cattle, and every wild beast of the earth that came out of the ark. I establish my covenant with you. Never again will all life be cut off by the waters of a flood, and never again will there be a flood to destroy the earth." God said, "This is the sign of covenant I make between me and you, and every living creature with you for all future generations. I set my bow in the clouds, and it will be a sign of the covenant between me and the earth. When I bring clouds over the earth and the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will keep in mind the covenant between me and you and every kind of living creature, so that never again will flood waters destroy all flesh. When the rainbow is in the clouds, I will see it and keep in mind the everlasting covenant between God and all living creatures of every kind that exist on the earth." God said to Noah, "This is the sign of the covenant I have made between me and all that has life on the earth." Noah and his sons. The sons of Noah who came out of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Ham is the ancestor of Canaan. These are Noah's 3 sons, and from them the whole earth was peopled. Noah, a farmer, was the first to plant a vineyard. He drank some of the wine, became drunk, and lay uncovered inside his tent. When Ham, Canaan's ancestor, saw his father's nakedness, he told his 2 brothers outside the tent. But Shem and Japheth took a cloak, put it on their shoulders, then walked backwards and covered their father's nakedness. Their faces were turned away, and they did not see their father's nakedness. When Noah woke from his drunkenness, he realized what his younger son had done to him, and he said, "Cursed be Canaan, he shall be his brother's meanest slave." He then added, "Blessed be the Lord, the God of Shem, let Canaan be his slave. May God extend the territory of Japheth, and may he live in the tents of Shem, and may Canaan be his slave." Noah lived 350 years after the flood. In all, Noah lived for 950 years, then he died. Genesis chapter 10. The list of nations. These are the descendants of Noah's sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. These are their sons who were born after the flood. Japheth's sons, Gomer, Magog, the Medes, Javan, Tubal, Meshech, Tiras. Gomer's sons, Ashkenaz, Rizpah, Togarmah. Javan's sons, Elisha, Tarshish, the Gittim, the Danaanites. Their descendants settled along the coast and on the islands. These were Japheth's sons according to their countries and language, according to their tribes and nations. Ham's sons, Cush, Mizraim, Put, Canaan. Cush's sons, Seba, Havilah, Sabta, Rama, Sabteka. Rama's sons, Sheba, Dedan. Cush became the father of Nimrod, who was the first great ruler on earth. He was a mighty hunter in the eyes of the Lord, hence the saying, "Like Nimrod, a mighty thunder in the eyes of the Lord." The beginning of his empire was Babel, with Erech and Akkad, all of them in the land of Shinar. From this country came Ashur, the builder of Nineveh, Rehoboth, Kala, and Resen between Nineveh and Kela. This is the great city. Mizraim became the father of the people of Lud, of Anan, Lehab, Naptu, Pathros, Cashlu, and Capthor, from where the Philistines came. Canaan became the father of Sidon, his firstborn, then Heth, and the Jebusites, the Amorites, the Girgashites, the Hivites, Archites, Sinites, Avadites, Zemarites, Hamathites. Later the Canaanite tribes were scattered. The Canaanite frontier stretched from Sidon in the direction of Gerar as far as Gaza in the direction of Sodom, Gomorrah, Admah and Zeboim as far as Lesha. These were Ham's sons according to their tribes and languages, according to their countries and nations. There were also children born to Shem, who was the ancestor of the sons of Eber and the elder brother of Japheth. Shem's sons, Elam, Ashur, Aprashad, Lud, Aram's sons, Uz, Hul, Gether, and Mash. Aprashad became the father of Shelah, and Shelah became the father of Eber. To Eber were born two sons. The first was called Peleg, because it was in his time that the earth was divided, and his brother was called Joktan. Joktan became the father of Almodad, Shelah, Hazarmaveth, Jerah, Hatoram, Uzal, Dikla, Obal, Abimael, Sheba, Ophir, Havilah, Jobab. All these are sons of Joktan. They occupied a stretch of country from Misha in the direction of Sephar to the eastern mountain range. These were Shem's sons, according to their tribes and languages, and according to their countries and nations. These were the tribes of Noah's sons, according to their descendants and their nations. From these came the dispersal of the nations over the earth after the flood. Psalm chapter 5. Prayer at daybreak. O Lord, listen to my words and see my distress, my sad plight. Give heed to my cry for help, my King and my God, for to you I pray. O Lord, at daybreak you hear my voice. At daybreak I place my case before you and wait expectantly. You are not a God who delights in wickedness. Evil has no place in you. The arrogant cannot stand before you. You hate all who do evil. You destroy all who speak falsehood. The Lord detests those who thirst for blood and live on lies. But I, by your abundant love, will come into your house. In reverence I bow down and worship at your holy temple. Lead me, O Lord, through your path of righteousness. Make your way straight before me, for my enemies are lying in wait. Not a word of their mouth can be trusted, for their heart is full of mischief. Their throat is an open grave, their tongue flatters with deceit. O Lord, make them suffer from their guilt. Let their own snares trap on them. Cast them out for their many sins, for their offense and rebellion. But let those who take refuge in you rejoice. Let them ever sing for joy. Let your deliverance shield them, that those who love your name may praise you in gladness. You, O Lord, bless all who are righteous. You cover them with your favor as with a shield. Matthew chapter 5, verse 1 to 26. The Beatitudes. When Jesus saw the crowds, he went up the mountain. He sat down, and his disciples gathered around him. Then he began to speak, and this is the teaching he gave them. Blessed are those who are poor in spirit. Theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn. They shall be comforted. Blessed are the gentle. They shall possess the land. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for justice, for they shall be satisfied. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall find mercy. Blessed are those with a pure heart, for they shall see God. Blessed are those who work for peace, they shall be called children of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted for the cause of justice, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when people insult you and persecute you and speak all kinds of evil against you because you are my followers. Be happy and glad, for a great reward is kept for you in heaven. This is how they persecuted the prophets who lived before you. The symbols of salt and light. You are the salt of the earth, but if salt has lost its taste, how can it be made salty again? It has become useless. It can only be thrown away and people will trample on it. You are the light of the world. A city built on a hill cannot be hidden. No one lights a lamp and covers it. Instead, they put it on a lampstand where it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, your light must shine before others so that they may see the good you do and praise your Father in heaven. On fulfilling the law. Do not think that I have come to take away the law and the prophets. I have not come to take them away, but to fulfill them. I tell you this, as long as heaven and earth last, not the smallest letter, nor the least stroke of law will change until all is fulfilled. So then whoever breaks the least important of these commandments and teaches others to do the same will be the least in the kingdom of heaven. On the other hand, whoever obeys them and teaches others to do the same will be great in the kingdom of heaven. I tell you then that if you are not more righteous than the teachers of the law and the Pharisees, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Teaching about anger. You have heard that it was said to our ancestors, do not commit murder. Anyone who commits murder will have to face judgment. But now I tell you, whoever gets angry with his brother deserves to face trial. Whoever insults his brother deserves to be brought before the council. Whoever humiliates his brother, calling him a fool, deserves to be thrown into the fire of hell. So if you're about to offer your gift at the altar and you remember that your brother has something against you, leave your gift there in front of the altar. Go at once and make peace with your brother, and then come back and offer your gift to God. Be reconciled with your opponent promptly before you are summoned to court. Otherwise, he will turn you over to the judge, and the judge will hand you over to the guard who will put you in jail. There you will stay until you have paid the very last penny.